Hello, everyone, and welcome into the LI Sports Network. We are here live for a game between East Islip Freshmen and the Sachem Warriors. A couple minutes before warm-ups conclude, and then we'll get into the opening puck drop. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Magnus Healy and Walter Mitchell, Wally Mitchell, on the camera, as always, on the South Rink. All right, warm-ups are over. We're ready to get things going here on the South Rinks in Hauppauge. Got to get through that national anthem first. Magnus, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a Monday, but it's a good Monday.
It is a good Monday. We got a good slate of games coming up here on the LI Sports Network, obviously. If you're into varsity hockey, if that's what you're here for, you got to wait a little bit, and those games are going to be on the North Rinks. Pull up the schedule for you right now. It's going to be Ward Melville versus the T-Birds. That's our 8:10 game, as well as KPC versus West Islip at the 9:40 slot. So some nice varsity games. I don't think I've seen West Islip play a varsity game yet. They probably have, because we're deeper into the season than a couple weeks ago. Week 3, I believe it is right now, for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. As the players line up for the national anthem, we'll kick it over to the PA here in the rinks. All right, always a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Got about 3 different ones that the PAs like to choose from. We got a middle speed, to get into things a little bit quicker here. First period about to come up. Sachem, so far on the season, in the freshman division at least, is 0-1. East Islip is 1-0. This is a good East Islip team. They've been good for a while. Their developmental team last year, Magnus, was fantastic. You can expect to see some fireworks from them.
Yeah, as I already hear it on the boards, both teams fired up, banging their sticks here ahead of the first face-off. Should be a good one here between Sachem and East Islip.
Stroud will take the opening face-off against James O'Connor, and we are underway here on the South Rink. Freshman game right in front of you. Sachem skating left to right, and East Islip right to left. Those games that I was talking about, Magnus, were fairly close for either side, I want to recall. East Islip took an 8-6 victory over Middle Country. Those are the Cougars, of course. And Sachem, close loss to Smithtown Hauppauge Red, because obviously Smithtown Hauppauge has two teams. Pass, almost out in front, quick shot and a better save. Getting into the game early is Joseph Azar.
Yeah, it's got to feel good to get your first save under the board here with less than 40 seconds gone away in this first quarter. And as you mentioned, the close loss there to Smithtown Hauppauge, of a notoriously pretty good program, so it's got to feel good to at least hold them within one score.
Absolutely. Again, you've only played one game in the season. You got a lot of improvement to do in every aspect. Losses can teach you a lot. Evan Connors almost cutting out in front, had his skates taken out from underneath him, wasn't able to get the shot off, and Sachem will be able to break out, looking for a stretch pass forward. That one's intercepted by Barbarito, the son of the head coach for this East Islip freshman team. Coach Barbarito, great guy. Always loved talking to him before the game. Barbarito, the player, passing it down the boards over to the left wing corner. Couple minutes gone by in this first period. East Islip finding some room. That was Evan Connors looking for a shot, deflects off the end boards. Alex Walsh quickly skating onto it, getting a pass off. O'Connors looking for a backdoor pass, wasn't able to get it through the traffic. And the Warriors do get it out, dump it in. Azar out to play it, and he'll wrap it around.
Yeah, really good puck movement from East Islip so far in the offensive zone. Even played well in transition there when Sachem attempted to clear it.
Doherty looking for something. Shot goes wide. Rebound belongs to the Warriors. They try to get it up and out, find some traffic at that far point, so it's hemmed in for a couple more seconds. Creating some offense, maybe off the boards. Nope. Pushed right back there, skating over towards the blue line, and once again dumped in. East Islip doing a good job containing this puck. You can obviously expect a lot of discipline from them. One of the few teams, Magnus, that I really see warming up and stretching and getting everything going before the game starts. They're always stretching on that outside lawn as another shot's generated from the slot. So it's a very disciplined team.
Yes, certainly. To be good, you have to do everything in good in your life, whether it's practicing, eating, training, sleeping, everything to play at the Division I level at any sport. You have to play like a Division I athlete. You have to train like one. Your whole lifestyle has to be like one.
Obviously, some of these young players obviously will have aspirations to go to the D1 level. East Islip definitely produces a lot of solid players, but the Warriors no slouches themselves. 3 minutes gone by. Meyer looking for the backhand clearing pass. It's intercepted, and Walsh steps up, skating in one-on-one. Fades left, looking for the shot. Gets it on goal, but a better save. And we'll get a whistle with 11:53 to play in the first period.
Yeah, good save there by the goalie for Sachem, Ryan Bello. Ate it straight to the chest and waits for the whistle and retains possession here for Sachem on the faceoff.
Puck go. Does that get cleared out? Yes, it does. The referee will decide. We did start this game off with one referee, the second one now in attendance. Our cameraman, Wally Mitchell, was letting us know that there was a lot of traffic coming over to the rinks today. Always a lot of traffic on Long Island, if you ask me. I didn't even grow up here, and I know that to be true. My first time over here, the first day that we had the Suffolk County High School Hockey League going again, there was an accident on Nichols Road. Took me about 50 minutes to get from Stony Brook University to the rinks.
I remember that, yep.
That's just crazy. That's just one of those things that makes my jaw drop. Anyways, back to the game in front of us. East Islip once again carried it into the offensive end. It's Walsh on the backhand. He'll twirl off to the far boards, pulling up, looking for a pass. Barbarito with speed down Main Street. His shot is easily sticked aside. Deflects over to the left wing corner. Barbarito stepping up to keep it there and finds a teammate to connect with. Some fancy moves for this East Islip squad. They've had opportunities but haven't buried one just yet as the puck reaches below the goal line. Warriors find some tie-ups and are able to clear. Tenacious defense, I think that's the name of the game so far for Sachem. Obviously, scoring first would be lovely, but at the rate things are going right now, I think they're just going to want to settle into this game a little bit more before they even think about getting into that offensive end for extended shifts.
Yes, certainly with the amount of pressure that this East Islip squad is putting on that Sachem side, it's more or less trying to keep East Islip out of the scoring column rather than trying to get yourselves in it.
Quick shot and a good save.
As Bello does that again. Once again, Sachem keeping East Islip out of the points column early on in this first period, as East Islip has been nothing but pressure on this Sachem defense.
Face off over to the left of Bayo. Pulling up behind his own net is Luca Giuliano. Giuliano looking for a clearing opportunity and does just barely tap it past the blue line. A little bit of help from Trevor Meyer. Connors looking to dangle. Had the puck poked off of his stick. Back into the neutral zone. 5 minutes gone by in the first period. More offense. Here's Connors. Quick shot. He scores. Evan Connors to light the lamp first here on the South Rinks. We'll get a quick replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Magnus, what you seeing here?
Yeah, Lazarino with a beautiful centering pass there to Connors, and he pokes it in bottom left. They were down on numbers for East Islip, but it doesn't matter. Lazarino with a phenomenal job of getting that puck to the stick of Connors, and Connors with a beautiful finisher to get East Islip on the board here early.
All right, so we're back to live. A 1-0 lead established for East Islip. Again, just because you're a favorite in the game does not mean you're going to win it. There's a reason that you have to play the games. It's not your ranking that matters. Just tell that to Penn State. Puck getting pinched up in the left wing corner. Warriors with a little bit of offense after letting in that goal. Pressure down low could create a potential turnover. Gandolfo looking for something. They'll cycle it around the boards. All this action going on behind Azar, as we're joined by the lovely Paul Trentini.
It's good for Sachem, despite letting up that early goal, still having some own offensive time of their own here, putting some pressure on East Islip. Good response from them.
Connors already with the goal in the game, chasing after the puck. He's in all alone, trying for a saucer out in front. Now he'll stick handle and go towards the boards. Has Barbarito up at this near point, but doesn't feed him as the puck was poked off his stick. Good defense coming back for the Warriors. Apatisano into the offensive end. Dumps in, and then we'll go for a line change. That allows Myers to skate into it. He'll be quickly pressured. Myers creating an interception with his skate. Good feet right there. Really something you see a lot in hockey. It's really a soccer move. Clear comes out. Connors, he has speed. Can he burn the two players there? Mishandles the puck a little bit. Nutmegs the second player, and then loses it out. Connors can't skate through the entire team on that try. Barbarito bringing it in deep to his own ends.
Yeah, some really good puck handling here from East Islip, kind of evading these Warriors defenders, as we see something here from Sachem. Nonetheless, a block, though, from Azar.
That was a puck out in front that was almost tapped in. This is really good pressure from the Warriors. Still not getting the clear are East Islip. Myers had an opportunity. He'll bring it in deep and try to just carry it out himself. Ends up loose in the corner. To the blue line now. Tapped in a little deeper, and the Chiefs finally find an angle to exit. Back into the offensive end, a quick shot for Doherty. That will be covered up, and we'll get another whistle with 6:51 left in the first period.
Yeah, Bayo's done it all of the shots, with all of the shots that East Islip has had on goal besides the one that got by him. He's keeping it to himself, not risking any rebounds, getting out there for East Islip and giving them a second chance, earning his save and resulting in the ensuing face-off we see here now, not trying to give East Islip any extra opportunities.
Yeah, they're a team you can't give extra opportunities to, because if they run away with a game, they will stay disciplined throughout the entirety of it and not let you back into it. 1-0 isn't a game over, but obviously the Warriors are going to want to get some more offense like we saw over the last couple of minutes. But they're going to ice the puck right there, so we'll come back for another O-zone draw for the Chiefs.
Yeah, not the end of the world for the Chiefs here, but you've seen they've put constant pressure on this Sachem defense. You know, they've been able to get the puck up and down, crossing the blue line, going from board to board here, creating opportunities like they saw for Connors. Even though the numbers weren't against them, Lazarino with a great centering pass to give Connors that chance.
Straub will win the face-off over the half wall. Shot on goal is once again saved. A flurry of shots and chances coming out for East Islip. So once again, be Straub to take the face-off. This is against James O'Connor. Straub will get the better of O'Connor once more. A passer along the blue line, a fluttering puck. One out by the Chiefs. Still no clean possession, though, and it looks like the Warriors will get the clear and break out. A little bit of speed for Mazzell. Pressuring a man down low, trying to create the turnover off the wall. EI, a little bit of time and space, some good passing, and they'll break out just like that. Straub, lead man forward, has a connection with Meyer. Back to Straub for a shot, goes wide over to the right of the goal. Mazzarone can't take it away. Good back check right there from Meyer. And we're going to get, I believe, a penalty? Tripping the call from the referee, so our first power play of the game should belong to East Islip and Will.
Yeah, not much you want to see from Sachem here with a little under 5 minutes to go. You hadn't been getting much on offense in the East Islip side. You wanted to kind of keep it in your own, or in their offensive zone, excuse me, and now you're down a player with East Islip in your own zone, giving them even more of an opportunity.
They'll win the face-off right away as well. It's Alex Walsh. Walks along the wall. Back pass. This belongs to Lazarino now. He'll give it over to the left circle with Connors. Back to Lazarino. Across. Walsh again. Walsh to Connors with a little bit of room. Couldn't handle the puck quick enough to shoot, so he'll give it back to Lazarino. Pressured at the point to Connors. Walks right. Connors in the high slot now. Over to Walsh. Walsh looking for Straub in the center. Couldn't connect the pass. Chance to clear now for the Warriors, but it's stripped away by Lazarino. Great stick work. Can he get anything down low? Walsh to the slot. Has it poked away. Connors, enough pressure for Lazarino to send it in deep. In down low. Joseph Barbarito puts it around. Walsh looks for Straub, and he'll reset in the neutral zone. That's a smart play from a young player, knowing his team is in a bit of a scramble. Finds Connors, gives it off. Barbarito past the blue line. Takes some contact in order to dump it in. Has a man going down low. That's Lazarino for a shot. Good move from Walsh off the boards. He'll take some contact, draws another penalty. Would be smart for East Islip to give this away, but now they have that extra skater on, and There's the touch-up. So we'll go 5-on-3, Magnus, for the next 35 seconds.
Yeah, even more of an opportunity for this Chiefs team. And what I'm noticing that East Islip is doing so well is they're very decisive with their shots. They had a lot of open opportunities despite Connors with the mishandle of the puck there. They're not just going to be firing off these one-timer slap shots. They're moving it around between Lazarino, Walsh, Barbarita, and all these different players that they have until someone gets the right opportunity to make that shot.
Walsh to Lazarino. Gives it down to the half wall. Connors, long pass. Quick one-timer for Walsh. Doesn't get enough on it. Rebound belongs to Barbarito down low. They cycle it back up to the high slot. Lazarino, one-touch pass over to Walsh. Walsh trying to send it out in front. Connors on a beeline. Got it deflected on net, but no goal. The Warriors just trying to hold on right now. 11 seconds left in this 5-on-3, and then they have to kill off another 125 of power plays for East Islip.
Yeah, once again, Bayo not allowing any rebound opportunity, especially down with the 5-on-3. As we see here, it's about to end. About 5 seconds to go.
4 seconds left on the 5-on-3. East Islip looking for a penetrating pass, but good stick in the lane. Meyer will break this one out, has O'Connor with him. Almost a little bit of pressure on Azur, but they do get this puck out. And we go to 5-on-4. It's just a power play for East Islip, but still for another minute. Another breakaway coming up here. Warriors trying to capitalize, shorthanded, but the shot will go wide over to the right. Great pressure for Sachem. Not able to capitalize, a little unfortunate, but they got to keep pressing. And we're going to get another penalty. So we'll go 4-on-4 for the next 49 seconds.
Yeah, it looked like Bovish on that Sachem team was checked into the far boards on our side. So it'll even it out here for both squads, making it a little bit more of a fair opportunity with 3:08 to go. Now, Sachem doing a good job thus far, despite the amount of pressure East Islip is having and how quick that puck is moving back and forth on this sheet to only hold them to one score thus far.
And absolutely. Considering the power play opportunities they had as well, could be more of a hole for Sachem to dig out of. 4-on-4, speed is the game right now. Lazarino, what you got in you? It's a shot down low, better blocker save, excuse me. A little too low to use the glove. Prin tries to wheel it forward. Pressed off the puck at the blue line. 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. We got 2:45 in the first period. Some room for Walsh now. Has Connors trailing him. Walsh on the backhand. Brings it out in front. Sliding the puck through the blue paint, but couldn't get a shot off. Here's Connors on the backhand. He scores. Beautiful hands to get that goal in. And we'll take a replay of that here of the LI Sports Network. That's Walsh on his initial try. Great poke check as well to bring that free. Connors drags it to the backhand to change the angle of attack, and he buries it 2-0 for the Chiefs.
Yeah, the one thing I had been saying that Bayo has been doing such a good job of is avoiding the opportunities of rebounds when he gets those saves. He tended to try to bury them and get the whistle and avoid anything for East Islip, and we see there when you don't do that, the opportunity it does give East Islip in the ensuing goal.
Especially with such a skilled player like Walsh, it's going to be hard to stop a goal in a second opportunity when it's Walsh over to Connors. It's a killer combination.
Certainly.
Connors and Walsh right back out onto the ice as well, and Connors will create another turnover, looking for Barbarito at the blue line. Twists it around the boards, but it hits some skates and deflects out. Connors will just drag it back now on the penalty kill, just killing off as much time as he can before Sachem touch back up. Well, Connors in a little bit of trouble. Does have to get it out of his own zone for this to be effective, and will be helped out by Lazarino. Walsh trying to rush in shorthanded, angled off the puck. Stick check from Connors. Apatisano into the left circle. Has O'Connor to the slot. O'Connor's shot deflects out in front, but it's saved nonetheless. 19, make it 18 seconds in the power play, and East Islip will get another clear. They set up well in the neutral zone off this line change. They should be able to shut it down in its entirety. Kill off this long stretch of power plays and special teams that we've seen. Giuliano had it stripped away. Straub back out onto the ice. Less than a minute to play in the opening period. It's 2-0 right now in favor of East Islip. Meyer backpedaling. Some support belongs to him as well as they'll force the puck to the far side. 45 seconds left now. Pass out in front, tips off a couple of sticks, and East Islip will send it towards the blue line, but not out. Shot from the left circle. Again back to the blue line. Sachem just barely holding it there. Straub looking for an interception. Instead gives up a shot from Apatisano. Follow up, not going to go either. One more hold in, might lead to a breakaway. 13 seconds left, it's plenty of time. Doherty, not enough speed. Good job to clear the puck nonetheless. His team was definitely getting held in for a bit. Barbarito tapping for the stick. He'll get it, and that will do it for the period. East Islip score 2. They're up by 2. We'll be back in just a second for the second period. And we're back for the second period. 15 minutes onto the clock here on the LI Sports Network. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Magnus Healy, as well as the one and only Wally Mitchell on the camera. He's always on the camera for the South Lynx. You got to love the consistency from Walter. Got Travis Quigley and Paul Trentini behind us for the North Rink action, as well as Gabe Curry handling all of that social media that you love to see on the LI Sports Network Instagram page. Go and follow that if you're not already. We post highlights of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, saves of the week, last night's best, everything that you want to see, all for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Good game in front of us right now, Magnus.
Yeah, certainly. East Islip is a 2-0 lead. Doesn't necessarily tell the tale of what's been going on here on this South Rink. It's been back and forth. A ton of possession on the other side from Sachem, but Evan Connors, number 15 for this East Islip squad, holds both of these goals thus far.
And for Connors, that puts him up to 5 goals on the season already. You can expect him to stay at the top of that leaderboard for the entire season because, well, he's proven it, at least at the DV level, that he is good enough to do so.
I've seen stuff from Connors tonight at this level that I haven't seen at the varsity thus far. He's got an advanced IQ for a player at this age.
Walsh gets called offsides right there. Would have had a one-on-one opportunity. Bello definitely thankful that one was called offsides. Walsh isn't exactly the guy you want to see running at you one-on-one with the puck.
No, certainly. He's got a phenomenal one-timer. We've seen him strike at it a few times, and Bello is like, I got nowhere to go. Please, offsides.
Walsh, nice deflection off his body. This is going to lead to a breakaway for East Islip. Walsh holds on to it, looking for the shot down low. Bello with another great save. Shutting the door on a 3-goal lead. That would definitely start to feel like Sachem's out of it. So all of these saves to start off the second period are so crucial.
Yeah, the 2-0 lead is the lead where it still becomes manageable. But as you tick beyond 3, it starts to look a little bit larger on the scoreboard and feels like a bigger weight for this Sachem team.
Apadasano takes the puck along the board, taps it forward to a teammate, and they'll get the clear. Minacuzzi with the pressure. Good spin move from Lazzarino allows his team to break out. Once again, it's Walsh into the right circle. Apadasano knocks him off the puck. Good play from him. Physical. Still with the puck as well. He'll skate this all the way forward. Breaking out through the neutral zone and weaving past the blue line. Apadasano turns up at the goal line, shakes free a couple defenders, finds the trailer, shot, deflects in front, but goes behind the goal line. Great play from Apadasano. Goes all the way from the defensive end to the offensive end and creates a good look for his team. Minacuzzi looking for some help along the boards. It's forced out by East Islip. Dumped in. Twirls off the boards. Christian Faller. It's once again Apadasano. Minacuzzi had it deflect off his stick. Meyer to his defensive partner. Now Connors. Connors looking towards the middle. Couldn't find a connection. Meyer is available at the blue line. Shot up high from Straub, but will be saved. 12:01 to play in the second now. No score here yet in the second period. And at East Islip, they're still poking around at it. Feels like every time Connors is out on the ice, there's at least one opportunity for the Chiefs.
Yeah, the way they've been getting this puck around, it seems like it's kind of hard not to. You know, at any time you could have an open space on the ice with how much they're moving this back and forth. But Apadasano has been doing a great job for Sachem in transition.
Pass out in front, Straub. He's robbed point blank. Couldn't see for a second where that puck ended up, but Bello did get on top of it. Sorry, Magnus, to cut you off like that.
No, you're good. Avoiding the rebound again is Bello. That would have been a nasty spot to have one bounce out and give East Islip an opportunity.
Some instructions coming out of the Sachem coaching staff. Something along the lines of get to the point and take away the shot. I would agree with that. Meyer looking for a shot from the point, not going to get it through the traffic. And it leads to an instant clear for Sachem. Barbarito stretching it ahead, has Straub and Connors fighting for the puck along that far blue line before it's deflected out of play. So we get another pause. A little bit of a slower pace to start off this second period.
Yeah, certainly what we had been seeing in the first period, it was up and down the ice, Sachem side, East Islip side. East Islip goal, Sachem huge save, back and forth through the entirety of the first period. Both teams have seemed to slow their tempo down a little and be more decisive, which we see in the first period from East Islip. Sachem kind of replicating that.
And we're going to get a whistle. Should be a penalty upcoming. Got a player down on the ice. This looks like it's Christian Faller. And we'll take a quick break here on the LI Sports Network, make sure that he's okay. And we'll be back for the rest of the second period. Player safety, always a priority here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, so we'll get all of that sorted out. There was no penalty on the play. I stand corrected there. Just making sure that everyone is safe and ready to continue action. And we're back live. East Islip still with that 2-goal lead. Mazzarone looking to get it into the offensive end. Walsh carries the puck and twirls off a defender. Picks it back up at the goal line and carries it down low. Walsh spinning back onto his forehand. Pressed by 2 players. Off the puck now. It squirts free into the corner. Both goals of this game coming from Connors. Walsh with at least 1 assist, if not more. We'll have to check the official scoring to see who got that first assist for the Connors goal. Puck out in front. Chance for Walsh, but it was poked away. About 5 minutes gone by.
The first assist went to number 89, Liam Lazzarino.
So Lazzarino with that first assist. How many points does that make it for Lazzarino on the season? Looks like that was his first, actually. 4 hits for Lazzarino in 1 game played. Got his first point right there as the Apple. As we'll get a pause with 10:09 to play. Interesting to see that we have Walsh and Connors on different lines this period. They started the first period on the same line, now spreading out that wealth of talent a little bit. For Sachem, it's been this O'Connor line and the Apadesano line that's done a majority of the work. O'Connor has definitely been the go-to guy against Straub whenever he's out on the ice. Straub, no slouch of a player. He already scored a goal this season in his first game. Still looking for his first in this game against Sachem.
Still early, still early.
Still very early. Here he is with the puck right now. Straub trying to give it out in front for Connors. It was intercepted and played the length of the ice. This is going to be a foot race and no icing the call. Great hustle coming forward from Gandolfo. To the blue line, a shot. Not exactly enough mustard to get out in front. Now a stretch pass. Straub almost on a breakaway. He'll chase after the puck into the right wing corner, but Sachem defenders will be back in time. Not going to get a free highway, but he puts it out in front and they score. What a centering feed. We'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. 3-0 now for the Chiefs. Straub just beautifully played out in front. And that's Tyler Doherty to get the goal. Remember, Doherty had a breakaway opportunity in the first period. Didn't have enough speed to burn by all the defensemen. Well, he gets a goal right there, so he's got to be happy with himself, and all of a sudden you forget about that chance in the first.
You got to see one to feel one. He gets his goal, and all of his mistakes from the night will be washed away there.
Even if he makes a couple more, you can forgive it. Put your team up 3-0. Meyer at the blue line, loading up for a shot, looking for a deflection. I think it fluttered off of O'Connor's chest. Bello not needing to make a save as it ends up below the goal. He'll look backwards as Connor jousts for possession, poked away and now carried out by Sachem. Pass was tipped, ends up with Myers. Looks for Straub. Collects on the backhand. Weaves past O'Connor. Straub shimmying off to the left circle. Drops it off for Doherty, not able to field it cleanly. Connors now takes the shot, rings it off the bar. Picks up his own rebound. Nice nutmeg. Connors still going. Finally slowed up a little bit. O'Connor will get onto him. To the half wall, gives it back. Barbarito, long range. Richter deflects in front, they score. Wally zooming in on Straub right there. Looks like he might have gotten the goal that we were talking about. We'll take a replay, see who did get it. It's Barbarito right there loading up, and that's definitely tipped by number 98 out in front, so Rory gets his first goal of the game, puts his team up 4-0.
Yeah, right now Barbarito probably thinks he might have that goal. Looks back at the replay, he'll notice he might not have it. It'll be a little bit frustrating for him, but nonetheless, 4-0 East Islip.
A defenseman, he takes shots for the blue line praying that they deflect off of people because a point is a point. Puck back into the neutral zone. About 8 minutes to play in the second period. East Islip now starting to stack up a nice lead for themselves. Apatisano trying to shake away from the player in the corner. He's pushed off the puck. Play towards the slot. Apatisano with a chance out in front. There's a scramble, and East Islip get it away. Still in their zone. Minacuzzi joined by Apatisano down low. It's for Barbarito now, trying to find the lead man and feeds it to him. Here's Walsh with the speed. Walsh forehand, his shot blocker save. Still an opportunity. Lazarino, left circle, swings low, sweeps it towards the middle. It's intercepted and repelled by Sachem. Foot race now, no icing. Chance to clear. It's picked off, played on net. No rebounds. Crucially, no rebounds. And that will turn into an icing. So with 6:59, we'll take another pause. 2 goals in the first, 2 goals in the second already for East Islip. Not exactly blowout territory, as Sachem will still have chances for the rest of the game, but if you are a Warriors fan, definitely starting to think about getting going right now as opposed to later. So Barbarito will get the official assist on Rory Straub's goal. Tyler Doherty scored before that at 9:22, assisted by Rory as well as Liam Lazarino. So I believe that is his second assist of the game, right, Magnus?
I do believe so. Lazarino had that centering attempt to
And he has a shot for a goal right there. We look at the stats, Magnus, and he says, how about this? I got a goal. We'll take a replay of that. Lazarino, how do you do this one? Just cutting across the center of the ice, changes his angle, and it's a nice wrister on net. That's 5 goals now for East Islip.
A beautiful job through 3 Sachem defenders, dangling the puck effortlessly as he smacks one into the Sachem goal. Put it up 5-0 as you start to get to that mountain where you could consider a little bit of a blowout territory.
Yep.
But if you're Sachem, you got to see one early. You got to see one very soon here. With only 6:36 to go in the second period. Now at 5, I think you'd have to see at least one within the next 2 minutes to consider yourself still in this.
Yeah, that would definitely bring a lot of hope back into the equation. We got a timeout, so we'll step aside for a couple of seconds here on the LI Sports Network and be back for the rest of the second period. Back from the timeout, Sachem just trying to collect themselves right now. They've let up 3 goals now in the second period. Somehow the clock lost a few seconds. Not exactly sure how that happened, considering we were in a timeout. But that's neither here nor there. Lazarino, the most recent goal scorer, now up to 3 points on the night. Game that's just barely halfway through. Schraub collecting it below his own net. Looks to bank it ahead for the clear. Walsh will give him a little bit of assistance, and it will go back into the neutral zone. Check that. That was Van Steen with the assist on the clear as the puck will come in. Bit of an unfortunate icing right there. Once again, we are blessed by the graces of Paul Trentini. He has such nice hair. Hi, Paul.
Beautiful flow out of the beanie.
That's what I'm saying. You'd think he was an old hockey player, but he's not.
I think it's what the lettuce the kids call it nowadays.
Yeah,
the lettuce.
Definitely. I'm getting too old. That whole 6'7" thing became a thing. I had no idea what it was. I had to look it up. I felt like I was 35. Not that 35 is old either. I just feel old.
There was 6'7" on a scoreboard in a game last week, and
yeah,
all
and
the guys
everyone
were,
starts doing it. It's not funny to me. I don't understand it. Maybe
it's a number.
It's just because I'm really old now. As we got an East Islip player into the box, I do believe that's Tyler Doherty. So a chance on the power play now for Sachem to get one of these goals back, make it a 4-goal hole.
Yeah, we talk about opportunities. This is your chance as Sachem. You've got the power play, still 5 minutes to go. You have time left to maybe build some momentum and ride that out into the third period. If you want it, this is your chance now.
Correction on the penalty. That's Miles Mazzarone in the box. 2 minutes for roughing. So Sachem get that coveted face-off win, get a shot on goal. Deflection for O'Connor, but he couldn't put it back in quick enough. Definitely had some empty net to shoot at. Azar got back over just in time. Walsh will now look to clear it in the offense, or hold on to it in the offensive end and kill off the penalty there. Walsh also very, very good on these back checks. That's something you got to be careful of. Puck dumped in. Liam Lazzarino trying to push a man off. It's out in front. Barbarito trying to deny the centering feed and does get a piece of it, I believe. So it deflects out into the netting. We'll get another freeze with 5:17 to play.
Yeah, not a bad penalty kill from East Islip. Kept it down in their Sachem end, for a little bit there. But once again, you still have 1:19 in this power play. Some time for Sachem to capitalize. You got to do it soon.
O'Connor looking to chase off the face-off that he lost. Comes around to the near side and just barely dips into the neutral zone. So Apadesano has to battle against Connors to get it back. Apadesano, some nice moves. Feeds it to Donahue, has a little bit of room, but it's quickly closed down by 2 Chiefs players. Lazzarino separates him from the puck. Chance to bank it off the glass, and out it goes the length of the ice. We're under 50 seconds in the power play for Sachem. Donahue back for it. Pressed by Straub. He'll pass it up the boards. O'Connor couldn't find a connection. Straub giving it down low. Connors, the shorty, not going to shove it in from a tight angle. O'Connor picks it up. Has to race with Connors. That's not an easy battle to win, so instead he'll pass it off to Donahue. Bit of an errant pass. Ends up with East Islip. Connors now ahead for Walsh. Walsh trying to cut through the middle. Apadesano takes it away. Gives it ahead. Good step up from Barbarito, but he gets burned. Potential 2-on-1, but Walsh is back for it. Bovic is pressed into the boards. And that's going to be a penalty. I didn't see the referee on the near side, Magnus. I was curious if it would have been. So just as that power play will end for Sachem, they'll pick up another one. So we just go right back to that 2-minute mark.
Yeah, opportunities back-to-back now here for Sachem. You've got to capitalize soon. I mean, East Islip did a phenomenal job on the penalty kill there. They have the stick power. They've just been sending it board to board, avoiding the icings with their ability to, in transition, to get down through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. And it's just been unstoppable for this Sachem squad trying to get something going. It's been difficult for them thus far. Timeout?
Yeah, so Coach Barbarito going to take his timeout, so we'll step aside once again on the LI Sports Network. 2 timeouts in the second period. First time I've seen it. But we'll be back with the last 3:54 in just a second. My condolences to everyone who's a Jets fan. We go through our weekly misery routine starting right now as they play the Dolphins. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to see any Jets comments in the chat. I don't want to think about them I just want to be sad and accept my fandom for what it is. But you know what's a better fandom? Being a fan of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. That's always a great fandom. As we're back into action here in the second period, East Islip scoring 3 goals so far. They've been dominant, to say the least. Connors on hat trick watch. He's at 2 goals. Liam Lazzarino at 3 points. He has a goal and an assist. 2 assists, that is. Lazzarino on the ice right now. The most recent penalty is Alex Walsh boarding a 10-minute misconduct as well. So I believe that means he's done for the game. I could be wrong about that. I'll ask the referees during the... Well, I actually can't. I don't have enough time. Shot taken from the right circle. I forget there's not 20-minute breaks in these games sometimes. I'm so used to that. As we'll get a cover-up. Puck actually kept alive there. Magnus, I saw you jump out of your skin for a second. That was definitely dangerous. I think a lot of people would share your sentiments there.
I don't think he knew the puck was out for a second. Took him a second to realize, like, oh, he doesn't know.
I know he definitely he meant to do it because you don't want to take a face-off when you're on the power play. I understand why he did it. It's just scary sometimes when you do it.
Especially with Connors skating down the ice.
Turnover in the offensive end. A shot bellows better for it. Turns to the side to the near boards. Here's O'Connor. Finding a connection. Apadesano into the offensive end. He's been good all game. Pulling up at the red line, but he'll lose the puck to Barbarito. Apadesano out of gas, needs to go for a change. Connors holds on to it. He's been on for a while, especially on the PK. A little bit harder without Walsh on the ice as well.
He was a big force for East Islip tonight.
Meyer to Donahue. Has some room. Passes it ahead, but it's intercepted by East Islip. A D-to-D pass, and they'll send it ahead. Into the offensive now, and now from Miles Mazzarone. There's a lot of alliteration on this team. Liam Lazzarino. I guess it's only 2, and Miles Mazzarone. Still fun names.
Big ones, though, yeah.
Yeah. Lazzarone, separated from the puck. Still in deep, comes through the slot as the power play is obviously over for Sachem. Little over a minute left in the period. Good job from Meyer to get back on defense. No rush opportunity there. Rosado couldn't hold on to it either. So now it's Roush pushing it forward. Donahue, the lone man back, sweeps at it and knocks it a little bit deeper into center ice. Meyer now. Quickly pressed, forced into a turnover. Buck 15 to play. East Islip. Another shot on net. Sachem might have numbers here. They could rush forward 3-on-2. Myers with a good piece of defense will slow it down at least a little bit. Mazzarone couldn't best Meyer. Sachem's Meyer, that is, because there's 2 Meyers in this game. There's Trevor Meyer as well as Samuel Meyer. Opportunity out in front, and there's the hat trick from Connors. Forces the puck in deep, finds the rebound, tucks it home. 6-0 East Islip.
Oof. It was a nice little drift along the blue circle there, but that's the one thing that had been such a focal point for this Sachem squad was maintaining the rebounds and keeping them to yourself, not letting that puck get back out there, especially with a guy like Connors out in front as we see it there. And for the second time tonight, he gets a goal off of the rebound.
Connors right back to it with Fowler. Breaking off to the left circle. Fowler back to Connors, and the centering bid was tipped and goes awry. East Islip still playing without Walsh. You got the 10-minute misconduct for his roughing. Fowler out in front. His shot, he scores. Make it 7 now for East Islip. They're just loading it in. All-you-can-eat buffet. Good little wiggle move right there. Gets past one. Nice finish.
Yeah, a little
blocker
wrist
side. You see a lot of players right there. They'll elect to drag it back to their backhand. I've been saying a lot, changing the angle of attack. That's obviously the best way to get the goaltender off their angle, but nope. Just a straight wrist shot right there. Puts it in a perfect spot as Apadesano lets one fly from close in. One of his better opportunities from the game. Again, we've been singing the praises of Apadesano. He's been more than worthy of it. He's been dynamite in the defensive ends, quick on the rush, generating some opportunities. But it's hard to beat Azar without a screen in front.
Lazarino picks up another assist on the night. His third, I believe, with 1 goal as well. 4 points for him tonight.
Lazarino with a great game. As the face-off won by East Islip, they're not going to be able to look for any rush opportunity as the period does come to an end. 7-0 East Islip against Sachem. We'll be back for the third period here on the LI Sports Network. And we're back for the third period. East Islip with a 7-0 lead. Evan Connors with a 3-goal night. Liam Lazarino with a 4-point night. He has a hat trick of an assist. I don't know if that's a thing, but let's make it a thing. Doherty in onto the forecheck, pressing the puck over to the left wing corner. Has 3 Sachem players wrapping all around him, so he's not able to do much, but does get it out in front. Shot for Barbarito. Check that. That was Mazzarone instead out in front. And he was bested by Bello regardless. Good stick lift for Straub as he'll be pinched into the board, separated from the puck, twisted back to the near side. Centering bid. Straub not able to knock it down. Hits off the far boards. Doherty's out in front if they can get it to him. Straub lets it drift back. Shot. No traffic out in front, so it's an easy save for the Sachem netminder. Slight rush back into East Islip territory. Breakout pass to Mazzarone. Swings it by one player, pulls up to the blue line and dumps in. East Islip will go for a wholesale line change. Sachem will match them. 13:29 to play in regulation. Giuliano hacked at the legs, but he'll stay strong. Puts it in. Barbarito intercepts, can't clear. Barbarito, second opportunity, banks it off the boards. Not clear just yet. It was Van Steen on the second opportunity, almost creating an empty net look in front. Comes back for Meyer at the point, sweeps it in. Meyer, once again at the blue line, looking for something. Intercepted by the other Meyer. Back for Meyer. Gotta love it when it's the same name on either team. You wouldn't know this because you're still new to hockey, but at a point, there was a Sebastian Aho for both the Islanders and the Hurricanes.
What are the chances?
And they played each other in the playoffs for two or three straight years. I believe 2 straight years.
What do you say, Aho 1 and Aho 2?
I mean, the thing is, one was a forward, is a center still for the Hurricanes.
Okay.
The other one was a defenseman for the Islanders. I don't think he's on the team anymore. I'm not an Islanders fan, so I wouldn't really know. But it was always funny to hear broadcasters work through that.
You're not confusing at all, totally.
No, not at all. I mean, like the same name of Aho, okay. There's plenty of last names in the world. Sebastian Aho, 2 of them. Oh, I'll get to this point later because I can't ramble too much in this game. I can ramble a little bit. I can't ramble too much. Back to action. Straub looking to win a face-off in the offensive end. A backhand pass does go out in front. Doherty scores. All right, that's why I can't ramble too much. See, I would have missed that goal, but I got the goal. So it's an 8-0 lead now for East Islip. As we'll get a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network.
You tapped around in the front there, and Doherty with a little wrist flick shot to bring it to 8-0 East Islip. And what we've seen early on in this third period, has been kind of what we've seen for the script throughout this whole game. All gas East Islip, pressure constantly in that offensive zone against Sachem, and nowhere to really go, no room to breathe for this Sachem defense. Just moving the puck around rapidly.
East Islip with that 8-0 lead. They still stay hungry, this team. They really never let off the gas as Doherty will bring it in. A long-range shot, didn't exactly have enough power on it, and it was a little off to the left. Twirls around the boards to the far side, held in. Straub picking it off the half wall. Sending it ahead for Liam Lazzarino. And we tipped around. Oh, we're going to get a penalty here on Bovic. Cross-checking, I believe, the call. If not roughing.
As we wait for an update there. Nonetheless, though, Sachem has had opportunities to capitalize on power plays. They haven't done it because East Islip had been so dominant in the penalty kill, giving Sachem no lane, just clearing it up and down the sheet.
So it is an East Islip power play opportunity. Again, there's a running clock right now, so that doesn't pause either.
Interference on number 16, Justin Bovic, a minor 2 minutes.
Yep. So a little bit of a readjustment on the unit that is out for East Islip. They'll look to win it towards the boards. East Islip passing it out in front. A quick tip shot. Not going to go that far. Aller will come in, tries to shove it. Near post with the backhand. Doesn't find enough room. Second shot from the slot. That was tipped by a defender for Sachem. Donahue looking for the clear but can't get it out. Another feed towards the slot will go through a lot of traffic and end up in the neutral zone. Under 10 minutes to play here in the first game for the South Rink. Fowler rings it off the bar. About 20 seconds left in the power play opportunity. Meyer, he's got some speed behind him. He'll power through on the backhand. Meyer looking to put it out in front, but intercepted by East Islip. Into the neutral zone. Good stick work to bat it out of the air from Van Steen. This is East Islip's Meyer. Thrown a little off the puck. Fowler fans on it. Hit from behind, and that's going to become a penalty. So the initial power play did expire for East Islip. Barbarito with a chance in front of the net. Couldn't bury it. Mazzarone with an opportunity, and now that second power play for East Islip will be enforced. So they'll go right back to the 5-on-4.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't want to do is Sachem. 8 minutes to go. It's still not a lot of time, and it's quite a large lead, but you go from one power play to another. And oddly enough, even with Sachem down on numbers, they saw more offensive attack without their fifth man than they did with East Islip without their fifth man.
So the other little bit of information I was going to give you, right now on the Vancouver Canucks, there are 3 players named Elias Pettersson.
What?
Yep.
How does it happen?
3 players, all of them named Elias Pettersson. It's because they're all Swedish. Puck to the blue line. Barbarito a blast, and it's bounced into the air and then eaten up by Bello.
Vancouver, you said?
Yes, the Canucks. So the broadcasters have literally come up with a strategy to differentiate all of them. I think they call one of them EP40 because he wears the number 40. I forget where else what other fun things they do. But they had one Elias Pettersson. They signed a second, and then they traded for a third.
You're doing it to yourself at that point. Wow, that is impressive.
Puck cleared back into center ice. 38 seconds remain in the power play for East Islip. They're already up big in this game, 8-0. Definitely a more confident victory for this squad than in their first game, where they beat Middle Country 8-6. For Sachem, it's going to be a little bit more of a disappointing loss. They played Smithtown Hauppauge close. It was a 2-3 loss. This one, not exactly the same, but in all fairness, East Islip is a very tough customer to be playing in just your second game of a young freshman season.
A gauntlet start almost. You start with Smithtown Hauppauge, and then you go to East Islip. But it makes you better. You know, you play up to your competition. The team's better. It'll make your guys better. You know, you fly up the ice with them. You keep up with their pace, and it'll make you better over your next 45.
It's obviously always the hope. And in such a young league, these players have so much time to develop as well. So by the time that they're in the varsity level, it can be anyone's game. 6 minutes to play now in the third period. Meyer holds in at the blue line, pushes it down the boards. Fowler looking for a shot, weaving through traffic, gets it on net. Rebound belongs to East Islip. Poke back out in front. Fowler gets onto it. His wrister does find some traffic, and it goes back to Meyer at the point. Wraps it in deep. Fowler, another centering bid, but couldn't get it to his man soft enough. So no opportunity there. Now Sachem finally get the better of these board battles and do clear. Martinez drops it off. Shot on goal. Rebound out in front. East Islip find the loose change and clear it. Fowler, one man to beat, separates from the puck, and Bello will poke it away. Minikuzzi shimmies up the boards. Barbarito collects, looking to send it to the near side. Fowler, who's had a lot of minutes in this third period, just dumps it in. Doherty is offsides, needs to touch back up. Under 5 to play in the third.
Even with as large of a lead as East Islip has, still playing with the intent as if it's a one-score game, facilitating the puck as they have been all night, back and forth between their guys. Still fighting for opportunities.
Mazzarone with a shot, and that will be another save for Bello. Seems like Lazzarino and Evan Connors are going to get the third period off as they haven't had much ice time. Obviously, they played a lot in the first and the second, so no reason to wear out their legs this early into the season.
Definitely. They did their job. They got East Islip into a comfortable position and let them rest.
Walsh finally out of his 10-minute misconduct will come back in for what remains in the third. Puck back into the defensive end. East Islip try to clear. It's taken away by Sachem. They give it down low. Opportunity out in front with an empty net to shoot at. but Gus couldn't bury the cookie. More chances now for East Islip. Mazzarone in left circle. Pops a wheel and falls down. Walsh is there to assist him. Battle ensues in the corners. Everyone kicks at it. Finally comes loose to the blue line, but does clear. Puck rifled in. Karams. Once again, the board battle on the near side, won by Sachem. They'll play it to the neutral zone. So looking ahead for both of these teams, East Islip will go on to play West Islip in the Battle of the Islips.
Crosstown rivalry.
Crosstown rivalry. One that I'm sure East Islip is hoping to dominate just like they dominate this game. Sachem will go on to play Ward Melville. That'll be on October 13th for Sachem. And for East Islip, their next game will be October 8th. And with the win, or at least what we will assume is a win for now, East Islip will go on 2-0 in the season, stay undefeated. Sachem will fall to 0-2. Centering pass. Fowler just trying to play it to open space. Barbarito pokes it down. Sachem going to touch up, try to clear it past Barbarito. Good stick work from him to hold it there. It's sailed out in front. No one was there to poke at it from East Islip. $1:40 to play in regulation. Another opportunity. Bello, a good save.
But nonetheless, as you had mentioned, the schedule upcoming for both sides. It's a long season, you know, for Sachem, despite the fact that you will possibly start 0-2. We've got a lot
Looking for one last goal and a highlight save for Azar. That's the first big save he's made all game. And he's on for a shutout right now, so that's a good compliment.
Only chance he's had at a save that big.
Obviously feels nice to shut down that opportunity to keep your clean sheet now with 58 seconds remaining in regulation. Straub maybe looking for one last point for his night. Cuts back across a couple of Sachem players and then is called off sides. So 5 goals in the second period is really what cemented this game for East Islip. It wasn't a rip-roaring first period, just 2 right there. Obviously, that's not enough to win a game in and of itself, but 5 goals in the second, that'll definitely do it for you.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of lulled Sachem into a sense of confidence and then came out in the remaining periods and shut them down. But that first period did look hopeful for Sachem. Kept it to a minimal lead.
An icing called there. Walsh thought he had a step on Donahue, not going to get the benefit of it. And that will do it for this game. 8-0 your final score. East Islip take a dominant win. Move ahead to 2-0 in the freshman division. Sachem fall to 0-2. That'll do it for our first stream here on the LI Sports Network. Of course, you're watching the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. We will be back with our second game on the South Rinks in just a little bit of time. Taking a look ahead, that's going to be Sachem JV up against Smithtown Hauppauge JV, their red team. And that will go live at 7:50, so stay right here to watch that game. Once again, final score, East Islip 8, Sachem 0. Thank you for watching.